Well, hi, YouTubers. Hi, I'm back with 24 books of 2024, and it's another Sweet Valley book, which obviously I did in the 23 books of 2023. However, this is the last one. I found it in a charity shop. It's by Jamie Suzanne, created by Francine Pascal. It's a Sweet Valley Twins, okay? The class trip, the super edition, is probably the first ever of the super edition books, and yes, it's a little bit longer, and at this point there's only been 18 Sweet Valley books. So, and the Sweet Valley Twins super edition, the class trip, this is it. So Jessica and Elizabeth Wakefield go on a class trip. Okay, best friends forever. It's a Sweet Valley Middle School sixth grade trip to a fabulous amusement park. Both twins, Elizabeth and Jessica Wakefield, have been waiting for this day for ages. And now it's here, they're not even talking to each other. Despite the argument, Elizabeth can't stay angry for long, but when she goes to apologise to Jessica, she's nowhere to be found. As Jessica searches for a lost sister, she's caught up in a series of exciting and dangerous adventures as incredible as Alice's trip through Wonderland. Hint. Adventures that lead the Wakefield twins to discover what real friendship and sisterhood is all about. Okay, so class trip, they're going on this class trip to this amusement park. They're excited, they're happy, and what happens is, okay, this is the argument. Okay, Jessica, sorry, Elizabeth wanted to sit next to Jessica because, but because Jessica is Jessica, she sits next to Lila instead. So Elizabeth has to sit next to Caroline Pierce, who's a school gossip, a kind of friend that she carries through the entirety of Sweet Valley series. And so she's stuck sitting next to her on this trip. It turns out the hell, okay. When she sits down, or Caroline Pierce is gossiping, so the sisters aren't talking to each other. They've had an argument. Elizabeth is angry. She can't be angry for long, okay? Right. And then, as they're on this theme park ride, okay, and this little bit where it's kind of like fantasy. Elizabeth's like, oh, when I was a kid, I used to love this, and now, it's okay, maybe I'm growing up, right? But then, okay, boats rock, and Amy, okay, Elizabeth's friend, knocks her head with Jessica, right? Right, they knock heads. They absolutely knock heads, right? And right, so she goes to look for her sister, right? And she leaves the fun zone, arriving back to Fairy Tale Land. She races all back to the castle Rise boat dock. She gasped when she got to the door. Something was terribly wrong. No one was waiting online. The boats were gone, and no attendants were there. The trees itself sat strangely silent amid the silver eucalyptus trees. Right. And so she finds the door and goes through it, and hears her sister screaming for help. Goes through this door and falls like Alice in Wonderland. Alice falls. There you go. There you go. She sat there, rubbed her sore elbow and looked around. At least there was some more light down here. She'd been a storeroom, and the object she crashed into was a large wooden cask. His burst of impact had knocked the cask onto its side, and out came a little girl. Who are you? Prince Elizabeth asked, unable to hide her surprise. My name is Princess Charity. The little girl answered, her face pale. Are you one of them? One of who? Oh, quick, we must hide. So this theme park ride is fairy tale creatures. It's fairy tale individuals, like imagine Pirates of the Caribbean, pre the Disney film, okay, pre Johnny Depp sailing into harbour, that's swagger. Coming to life, okay, coming to life, and it turns out that Princess Charity's kingdom now is at war. Her family are at a feast, and here you go. Right. How can your father fight back? Elizabeth asked. Charity rubbed her bloodshot eyes. He was taken by surprise. In the middle of our feast, he had no time to fight back. But he's locked up inside a big cage, along with my mother and brothers and scores of others from the kingdom. We can't possibly fight back from in there. Right. But what Elizabeth does is she holds up her camera. She's still got a camera with her, activates it, and of course a blinding flashing light blinds everyone. They get everyone out. They're going through this, and then, okay, Elizabeth meets this dude. She meets this guy. Right. Here you go. And of course, right, the first thing this boy says to her is this, you can kind of guess where this is going, okay? You don't look strange, he said. This voice said. You look beautiful. You have hair like spun gold and eyes the colour of a rushing river. Oh, thank you. Can you help me? King Abelan told me you might be able to take me to King Nestor's kingdom. So after they've saved everyone, now I've got to go to King Nestor, who's the villain's kingdom. Oh, because he's kidnapped Jessica. Okay, right. Thank you. My name is Elizabeth. Oh, well, mine is Tom Sawyer. Elizabeth turned to gape. Tom Sawyer. This was incredible. Trying to pinch herself to make sure she wasn't dreaming. It was a terrifying encounter with medieval knights. Now I was trying to sail down the river with Tom Sawyer. Okay, right. So she gets out of this, gets through a cave with Tom Sawyer, and okay, just a bit. Okay, right. Go ahead. You've been a great help, Tom. I couldn't make it this far without you, but now I have to go on by myself. I never forget meeting you. Me neither, Tom asserted, and you're lots prettier than Becky Thatcher. Elizabeth giggled. Take care, Tom. Okay, so, right. But when the kid get to King Nestor's kingdom, right, um, Jessica is breaking rock, she's chained up, and remember this argument happening because these twins wouldn't sit together on a coach. Imagine, okay, Jessica's son okay, at this fantasy fairy tale land, this fantasy land, and she's been kidnapped. But the first thing she has to do when she finds her twin sister, so I was thinking, what the hell is going on, as you would do, is, okay, right. To her surprise, Jessica highly looked up. Instead of being surprised or happy, Jessica continued to bang away in her own large rock, and the gloomy look on her face didn't change. I don't know why you didn't. I don't know why you came, she muttered. If I'm such a bad sister, why do you want me back? Right. Elizabeth was shocked. She flung her arms around her sister and hugged her. Oh, Jessica, this whole thing was all my fault. I shouldn't have ignored you. Besides, if you love someone, you love her, even when she's not perfect, especially your own twin sister. Okay, bit of a big handed compliment there. Okay, I love you when you're not perfect. That indication, okay, that Elizabeth is perfect and Jessica is not. When Jessica grows up to have loads of neuroses, okay, at being the bad twin, okay, when her sister kind of digs it in that she's chained to a rock. But while this is going on, I swear to God, I want to meet Jamie Suzanne and have a little chat about, okay, was this written? We've had way too much to drink because okay, they go from this fantasy land, King, Princess Charity, Tom Sawyer, finding Jessica, and then this happens. Oh my God. Okay, right. Johnny Buck shows up. A stretched limousine in a fantasy land shows up. Johnny Buck is like their favorite singer, right? Johnny Buck is their favorite singer, and right, and it comes out of the sky. Oh, Jessica, sorry, Elizabeth meets a mouse called Allegra, who isn't drops a quote from Alice in Wonderland. You can kind of guess where this is going, okay, when you drop quotes from Alice in Wonderland. Right, there's a black limousine with large white wings on its side, echoing the same clear note. It continues to zoom closer, and it's her thing. And then Johnny Buck's music. Oh my God, I just heard this laughing. Johnny Buck's music frees everyone. Okay, you just imagine. Okay, and the twins are saying, fight back, fight back. You just imagine a bit, okay, not in the cartoon, because that was brilliant, but the film, The Last Airbender, with Aang standing there saying, fight back, you've got the tools. And I was like, yeah, because the earthbender's in a goddamn coin, it was actually had the goddamn tools. And then, okay, they move a stone, okay? But then, after this, this when Elizabeth was sure she could grab her sister's hand and put her to safety into the flying car. A dark shape zoomed out of the sky. A witch, Elizabeth gasped, as a black cloaked figure on a broomstick sped by. The witch gnarled face, grinned in triumph as she snatched Jessica from Elizabeth's grasp. And a witch kidnaps her. Right. And then, was this a bet? Was this a bet? How many fantasy characters can I stuff in a novel that is about 140 pages? Or how many pages? How many pages? 134 pages. How many fantasy characters can I stuff into this? Okay? Alright. Including Johnny Buck, he's fantasy, okay? And then Rapunzel. Rapunzel shows up. Right. Rapunzel, who is bald. Okay? Here you go. Griselda, she's the villain's witch, as you do, because they've all got one of them. One day I woke up and her beautiful golden hair was gone. One look at me and my prince was gone too. As I told Rapunzel, look, she pointed delicate lines around her faded brown eyes, see wrinkles, and liver spots too. No wonder he didn't want me anymore. Right. But Elizabeth didn't know whether to frown or laugh. But Rapunzel, she argued, that doesn't mean you're still not the same person. And anyway, everyone gets older. Not in fairy tales, Rapunzel replied. Not normally, but Griselda has stolen all my magic. So they're immortal, they don't get age. Oh, she also makes Peter Pan. Okay? Peter Pan is an accountant. Right? Peter Pan's working as an accountant. And then Hansel and Gretel show up and they return to furniture. Right. You know, right. Here you go. There's one bit in this book, okay, that actually did get a chuckle out of me. Elizabeth finally finds Jessica, okay, and this bit here, okay, is when the witch, because this is another Hansel and Gretel witch, the one who gave it to Jessica, is she did think about it. Okay, don't tell me that the witch was going to cook you for dinner. She did think about it, Jessica replied. Fortunately, the oven was broken, so she ordered pizza instead. You poor thing, Elizabeth exclaimed. I know, I was upset too, Jessica nodded sadly. It was a deluxe with everything on it. I could smell the pepperoni so strongly, I could even almost taste it. No wicked witch didn't even offer me a piece. I don't know why, but that just amused the hell out of me. Just imagine. Okay, because this really does predate Shrek, okay, for reconstructing the fairy tales. But I just like the idea, okay, of the oven's broken. I can't eat this chow, so I'm going to call for pepperoni pizza. As you do. As you bloody do. Okay. So, but what they do is Allegra, this mouse has been following the with Elizabeth in her pocket this entire time since they found her. Just around the time in case she met Tom Sawyer. I can't even just said that out loud. Crawls into Griselda, okay. Starts tickling her. She starts laughing, and she explodes, as you do. Right. So yeah, Griselda explodes, okay. And Rapunzel has her hair back. I mean, this could have been a really, really um nice moment to say that you don't need this prince if he's so whatever turned you back on you. Okay, there's a spell, but still. Okay. And she's gonna meet a prince at the castle, and it turns out that what it was that Jessica was fine. Elizabeth was concussed when she namely knocked heads. That's the plot. That's the plot. And they're absolutely fine. The twins go and have a good day, and that's pretty much the end. But I don't know why. I just read this book laughing my head off because it was felt like okay, this that kind of fairy tale thing. Fairy tales come to life. It's fine, okay, but it just kept on happening. It's not just picking a fairy story and sticking with it. It's picking every single bit of literature. I think this is a way, okay, because this is Elizabeth's subconscious. This is a way, okay, of her showing off. Oh, look, I read so many books. I read Hansel and Gretel. I read Tom Sawyer. I read a bit of Alice in Wonderland. You know, I read Peter Pan, who's now grown up and as an accountant. Oh my God, poor thing. So in a way, I just felt like this was in her own head, Elizabeth's own arrogance. Like, look at me, I read, and in my own subconscious, I'm going to rescue my sister because I'm perfect and she is not. No wonder in the Sweet Valley series, okay, Jessica good to have so many neuroses. This was attitude towards her. Maybe they're 12 at this point. Anyway, sign off here. 24 books 2024. The class trip. I laughed. And I sign off here. Bye now.